I think we're live. We are live, I think. Let me...
This is upcoming. I bet we're live.
This is going to cause a...
We're live.
Oh, there we are. Okay, so we wanted to do a road trip review of our trip in Bavaria. And we're in San Diego this week for the week up till today and tomorrow. But because of that, I didn't have time to edit video for this final segment of our Bavaria trip. So we've just decided to go live. I've got some prompts to talk about, but otherwise, yeah, I guess we could start off just by talking about the trip in general, if you want.
All right.
Or if you want to see some of these things that I've written down.
Let's see. Well, first off, hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, how are you? How are you, Andy?
I'm good.
Good. I'm good too. I just woke up, but I'm good.
This is our first live stream,
Yes.
so we don't. I mean,
We're
I've
figuring
never
it out.
streamed live on YouTube before, so yeah, we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
And
Let's see. Well, first off.
I just want to make sure, yeah, that we're doing it right. It seems like one person's watching right now. That's us. So
Okay.
that's funny. When I
Just-
did a test live stream, it was like immediately people jumped on and started watching. But anyway, it's okay. If nobody watches, I'm not really concerned because the plan is to publish this video later as, as our
Yeah, so people can see.
fact. Start recording.
All right. So hello again. Hello, Andy. How are you?
Hi, Nefertiti. I'm good.
I'm good too. All right, so let's start. Let's start talking about our Germany trip. You guys
All right.
have been watching the videos, or the videos are out there for you guys to view, and now we're going to look back in the present. What's the date? It's February 6th.
It's February 6th, 2026, and our Germany trip was November 5th to November 15th, 2023. So it's been some time,
Yeah, that was a while
couple
ago.
of years.
A while.
But yeah, we wanted to go through. We did, as you saw, we took a lot of footage and photos from that trip. So I wanted to put it out there. I mean, a lot of it is just for us to be able to rewatch these things, and then going through editing the videos is really nice. Revisiting these trips has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, let's
Where
start.
were we headed with that? Okay,
With
let's
our
start.
questions.
So, yeah, I do have questions. They're more like prompts, I guess. Big picture and first impressions. If you had to sum up this Bavaria trip in one sentence, what would it be? In one sentence, I should have read these ahead of time so that I would
It's
know what I
okay.
was going to say.
We know how to talk.
I would say the mountains and the food were amazing. I mean, I could probably come up with something better if I really thought about
that's
it.
a good one. Yeah, I would say that the Alps, right, are really, really amazing and very majestic, and it's beautiful to see how all of the people are like living in the mountains. Like there's towns and shops and dwellings and spas and apothecaries, and people have been doing this for so long that they're like in the natural environment. It's a little bit different in the US, in places like Colorado or
Yeah, it is different. I just put up a map of our trip, and this is also the website that I use to plan road trips. It's I don't have any way of like pointing to things on this map, but in the middle or the middle of the top is Munich, and then you can see we drove to the south.
Yes, you do.
I'm turning
You
the music
can.
down.
You can do that.
Make it bigger or put it?
The pointer is going over the map.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay, I see. So yeah, we started. Here's the airport, the Munich airport, and then we drove to our hotel here in Parsdorf, and then we stayed there for the first week while I was working, And then from there, we drove down to Kimsey. This is the Kimsey, and there's some islands there that we took some tours of. So that's the Heron Kimsey, and then this is Frauen Kimsey. And then we stayed in this hotel up here. And then the next day we drove over here to Austria, to Salzburg. To see Mozart's home. Also, this just really shows the big items that I was trying to hit. It doesn't show all the little stuff that we stopped at along the way. A lot of times I do that after the fact in Furcott, just so that I have an archive of our adventure. So the same day we drove back to Bernau, Kimsey, I think it's called, and stayed at this hotel another night. This hotel was so cute. It was like with the red carpet and the little beds.
Oh, yes.
It was so cute. And then we had a cool balcony. I did in our, I think our third video, I showed a view from the balcony. And then so we continued on then the next day to Schwangau. And then I don't think we drove up into... Yeah, some of this is inaccurate, to be honest. It's just sort of auto-generated, the route. And then we went back to Munich. So there you can see some of our route and the tool and website that I use to plan out road trips.
Yeah.
We're back on the screen. All right, so how did Bavaria feel different from other places we've traveled in Europe? So we've only traveled to Leeds, England, and in northern England we've been, or I guess that's really not that far north, but in England we've been to Leeds, York. We stopped in Manchester for a little bit.
Yeah.
We took the train across the country.
Yeah.
The differences, I mean, compared to Chicago, they're quite similar, I guess. Just they speak German and have more sausage and better, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but I think better beer options.
There were
than
lots
in Leeds.
There were lots of really good alcohol-free options. And I think I really started to try a lot more options here in the US because there were so many different kinds that were really good and available, like, what is it, on tap?
Yeah, on draft.
Available in the places we went to eat. So, yeah, it was
so many places
great.
had like a house lager, like a house light, Helles, and a house dark. And then they would have a bunch of different sort of flavors of beer. And just because they were so fresh, and you could kind of taste that.
Yeah.
And then each one had a non-alcoholic version on the menu. So it really
it was also fresh and well done, and with a really beautiful flavor profile and everything. So
I mean, in Chicago and in Leeds, there's a variety. Every place you go, there's a whole beer list, but a lot of it is in bottles. And then the draft stuff is really probably arrives in kegs or something. It's not quite as fresh, and also it's like the novelty of trying something that you could only try in that restaurant and it's not anywhere else.
Yes,
So I like that.
for sure.
What else was different? The mountains were really pretty spectacular in the Alps. When you're in Bavaria, you can almost always see the mountains off in the distance, and they've got the snow on the top. It was really, really beautiful. And we had just we got some music playing. This is music from our, I think this will turn it down on the stream. If we go,
Definitely need to turn it down on the stream. It should not be muffled. It should be very muffled under our voices.
it is, but over here we can turn it down. So thanks to Vintage Viborama for making this music and letting me use it in our stream. We just want it to be, let's see, negative 34. Well, anyway.
That's good. That's
Techno
where it should
difficulties
be.
over here.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? The mountains. Yeah, I had wanted to take one of those cable cars up to the top, but number one, it would have been very cold because you could see the blowing snow on the tops of the mountains. And number two, there were no cable cars operating everywhere we went. That the hotel Bavaria, that cable car wasn't running, and then in Mittenwald the cable car wasn't running. So we still got to see the mountains, and it was spectacular. We had just finished a trip to Utah to see Great Basin National Park, and the mountains there are really spectacular. But it was kind of like in Germany, they feel a lot closer. It's not like if you want to go to the mountains, you have to drive. You're just driving until you finally get there. And then once you get there, you're far away from any place to get food or anything. In Germany, it's like the villages are right in these valleys that are surrounded by mountains. I mean, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else we got here? So we don't have to go through all these because that will definitely take forever.
Okay, well, let's see which ones. Let's see.
Hold on. We also got some pictures. So
Yeah,
one thing
let's
we
look at
still need
pictures.
to kind of talk about is our final day in Bavaria. We woke up at that hotel that had a spa in it, and we packed up real quick because we had to leave early. Our flight was at like 9:30 a.m. So we got to the airport, and we had a first class flight,
Yeah.
which was, I think, my first time I'd ever.
Here. Come out from the picture.
What?
Yeah, you should come out a little bit. Yeah, so we're still.
Hi guys,
Yeah.
I'm over here. So yeah, we had a first class flight, which was pretty awesome. That was my first time I'd ever. We can actually make this a little smaller too.
Yeah.
Right.
Our faces shouldn't be covered for too long. There you go.
Put this in between us,
Good, yeah.
or even we can scoot over a little bit and move it to the side. Is that cool? There we go. Okay, so maybe it was better in between us. We might have to do some editing of this after
Yeah, that's fine.
it's done. All right, so we had a first class flight. We did a bid of sorts, and I just put the lowest bid in, and they upgraded us to first class. So that was pretty awesome. These are some pictures from the plane over Germany, and then over Ireland. We flew what is the name of the Irish? Well, we'll find out soon. Aer Lingus.
Aer
right?
Lingus. Yeah.
And when you fly first class, you usually get access to, first of all, you get access to metal silverware and some really nice food. Obviously, the flight from Munich to Dublin is super fast, so they just give you like a little dessert and a glass of champagne. And then in the Dublin airport, we were able to go into this awesome Aer Lingus lounge.
Yeah.
And it's just like all you can eat food, and had a Guinness and a Fanta and some soup. It was like a Irish beef stew with a piece of bread and a salad. I don't think we took a picture of the food you ate there. By this time we were just kind of like, let's get out of here, let's go home. Hence the upgrade to first class. So I just wanted to, not have to deal with a difficult flight experience. But now we're on the plane from Dublin to Chicago. And here they gave me a glass of champagne. Nefertiti had a glass of orange juice. Or was that a mimosa that you got and then gave it to me? Just orange juice? Okay.
Wouldn't have been mimosa.
Here's the menu.
I don't drink.
Yeah, you probably can't see this because it's too small, but it was really, really a nice menu. And here we are in our little seats. There's a little divider in the middle that we could slide out if we wanted to. But it was nice to be able to be close to each other and still be in first class. Because a lot of time, first class seating is usually just designed to isolate you, I guess, from the rest of the cabin. And in this case, it was nice to have two seats next to each other where we could still talk to each other. Yeah. play games, whatever. And here's the beginning of the meal. So this was like some kind of blood orange and acai, I don't know, something like that, like a fruit salad, and then and then there's another thing behind with like sugar snap peas, tomatoes, and some grains and blueberries, these are all to me kind of strange choices, but they went well together anyway.
Yeah,
the bread
that's
was
good stuff. Good for your gut and stuff.
I think this is what you had. It was some kind of soup. I don't remember what that was.
Oh, maybe a mushroom soup.
Oh, okay. And then here's your was it a mushroom? It's like a mushroom
Polenta thing?
I
don't remember.
It's like a mushroom steak.
This was a minute ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. All I can say is this food was really good for airplane food. Even for not airplane food, it was
just
really good.
remember eating and falling asleep immediately.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we woke up, and then this is when we woke up. We were just over Chicago, and then there's Chicago. So there you go. Good times. Yeah, it was cool. We had a good time. Obviously, my company did not pay for the upgrade to first class. That was on me. They paid for my standard fare because I was flying over there for work. But I covered Nefertiti's expenses and our upgrade to first class. Let's see. Also, we covered all of our hotel rooms after the work week, and it was.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have it slightly subsidized by the company.
It's helpful.
Yeah. Other questions we might have for ourselves. Where did I put that? Over here. Did you see one you wanted to go through?
Let's see. How did the weather shape your experience, positively or negatively? The weather in Germany was very kind of like 40s, 50s, kind of overcast, a little bit rainy and foggy a lot of the time. I don't think it impacted our trip negatively, though.
Not really.
I was dressed well for the trip, and we spent a lot of the trip inside. There were some times where we did some hiking, but most of the trip was inside. We were going to
if we went outside,
places.
It was walking from one place to another and not spending time outside. We didn't do a lot of outdoor hikes, and even the one we did, it was raining, but it was never pouring.
It was never pouring, and it was actually nice because
it was seasonal. Seasonally appropriate weather.
Because it was like November in Chicago. It was November. It's winter. And Germany felt a lot more like fall.
Yeah.
So, it was like, oh, we get fall again. Yeah, it was nice. I just wanted to talk about that.
I thought the weather was pretty pleasant.
It was nice, yeah.
We had some sunny days, and we had some rainy days, and we had some where it was mixed. But I thought it really kind of helped set the mood. And then being able to come from that weather into these hotels that had spas was so nice, because we could just sit in like a sauna and relax. And that seems really common over there, the sauna situation.
All right.
How did it feel driving through the Bavarian Alps versus, say, the American West? All right, this is a pretty good one. So driving through the Bavarian Alps, similar to the thing I said earlier about the mountain towns being so close to the mountains, the Alps, everything felt pretty close, even though I think that day we drove from Bernau to Schwangau and then to whatever, that was a good 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
But we were just like along the mountains the whole time. I guess in the American West, there's a lot of wide open views where you can just see as far as you can see, and there's nothing except another mountain range way off in the distance, and open highway. And not a lot. You can go, sometimes you will see a sign that'll say, several hundred miles or whatever to the next services. So that's something I didn't see at all in Bavaria. It was very much like it was maybe 10-15 minutes between towns. There were plenty of places to stop and eat or fill up with gas. It was a lot more like cozy, and it felt, I guess, safer than the American. The American West feels more like wild and probably a lot easier to get lost in if you don't know your way around. Yeah, I guess those are thoughts off the top of my head.
Yeah, you said it. This is a good one. Did Bavarian food surprise you at all? Yeah. I guess from watching other travel shows, I thought that the Bavarian food would be very, potatoes and sausages all the time. But it wasn't.
It wasn't, but when it was amazing potatoes and sausages.
There were lots of vegetarian and vegan options in Bavaria. I was very surprised. And if I told the waitress that I was vegan, they had a really nice vegan 1 or 2 options on the menu. That was common.
It was common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
like
great.
Everywhere we went, if she said she was vegan, they would say, "Oh, vegan," and they would point out the things on them.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
And it wasn't like just side salad or there's a lot of that in a lot of places. No, it was like a proper meal.
There were a lot of times
that needs
where
to be said.
They kind of either acted like or somehow implied that they didn't understand English at all. So we would try to speak German, and after they realized that my German is really, really, really bad, then they would all of a sudden find their English speaking skills, or we'd make it work. That was funny. As far as the food goes, I found it amazing. It felt really comfortable and familiar to me. I liked all the food. When we went to the first German restaurant when we got off the plane and I had the schnitzel, I was just like, this is great. And then you had the mushrooms in the hotel. That was great. And then I was just like, this is going to be great.
Yeah, a lot of good food.
Even the cafeteria food at work was awesome. Like canoodles and just, these potato dumplings everything was really, really, really
We had these breakfasts also. The breakfasts in the hotels were like really, really awesome. Especially, all of them were mostly really awesome.
Yeah.
But especially the first one was like this huge buffet. Like breads and fruits and cheeses and meats and grains and just like 2 rooms of stuff, right? There was like this area, then a back area, different kinds of milks, different kinds of juice. Just like, what?
Yeah.
It
we'd
was
see
amazing.
my coworkers every morning at another table, and we'd be at a table close to them, so we'd say hi and everything, and then we'd be it was just like stacking up food on a plate.
Just so much food. And there was like the usual things like scrambled eggs and sausage and bacon and that kind of stuff, but then it was like all this other stuff, like so many different kinds of bread
There
rolls.
was like a bread tower, right?
Yeah,
with
it was
different kinds of bread.
bread. It was just amazing. Crazy amazing.
Yeah, I can't. They had a bunch of different kinds of jam and jellies.
Jams, jellies, and fruit. It was
milk.
Amazing. Milk, yeah.
You name it.
You name it. We're not exaggerating. It was like this.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then I think it was probably the second hotel we stayed at had the least appealing food option, but only because I think we got up late and got to it late, so a lot of it was kind of picked over. But they had
for sure.
something that was kind of interesting where it was like, oh, hi, Minnie. They had something that was like a ham with a slicing thing. Do you remember that? Where you could slice your own ham as thin as you
Yeah,
want.
vaguely,
so it's like
vaguely.
little tiny thin slices of very fresh ham. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food was amazing.
The food was pretty good. It was more than I thought it was going to be in terms of options, in terms of variety.
For you especially, right? I don't think we expected so much vegetarian and vegan options.
Yeah. And then there's always like, we're reading the next question, but there's always like the things that you can't find here. Like I really loved like the multivitamin drinks that they had everywhere in Germany. They're like I think those were
black currant
and multivitamin drinks. So they
both
have
of
like
those were
these
different things,
infused multivitamin drinks that had vitamin D, vitamin C, B vitamins, like all different stuff that you need in your body daily. It was just great, and it was like in this juice format, and it was very tasty. It's like better tasting V8, in my opinion. It was really, really great. And then black currant juice, which I can't find anywhere, which is thebomb.com.
Yeah, it was really good. It was very tasty.
It was very it's like a very tart, dark berry juice. Yeah, delicious.
We're running out of good questions.
I saw a good one. Oh, is this not touchscreen? Okay. I saw one about Senegal. How does this Bavaria trip compare to places like Vanuatu, the American West?
We're not supposed to reveal those.
Okay,
to our
never
audience.
mind. Okay, are we not? Okay.
So the question is just how does it compare to other places? And we've got a lot of trips in the chamber, as they say, ready to go. Just like a lot of footage and stuff from trips that we've taken since the trip to Bavaria. And the question is, how does it compare to those trips? I don't know if I want to talk too much about those trips yet because...
we can't.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We've been around a little bit since then. Let's see. What was harder to capture on camera than we expected? So one thing that I guess it was, I didn't have any necessarily expectations, but I was hoping to get more footage from the castles. And we weren't allowed to film or take pictures at all inside either of Herren Kimsey or Neuschwanstein.
Yeah.
They were really, really amazing. And I guess we can talk a little bit about both of those places.
Okay.
Because I feel like in the videos I made, I just kind of quickly glossed over them because there weren't any pictures on the inside. And I talked more about King Ludwig II than about the actual interior of the castles he built. So in both of them, I think, but for sure in Neuschwanstein, there was a whole room dedicated to opera performances where there was one seat to enjoy those performances, and that was King Ludwig II. So he alone would order these opera performances and then watch them as a sole audience, which probably was pretty awesome for him because I think he liked to be alone and whatever. But I thought that was funny. They also said that in the room in Neuschwanstein, it was like wood panels on the walls, and they had built it specifically to resonate the vocals of the opera singers.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Very cool. He had a table that it was lowered down into the kitchen, which was below the dining room, so they could set it and put all the food on it, and then lift it up to the dining room so he could eat without having to deal with or be around the servants, which is probably a kind of shitty motive, but the technology for the late 1800s was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting and weird. Okay.
All right. You want some more questions?
Yeah, let's do another question. I'm not really into the castles.
Okay.
That's not my thing.
There was something. What was there a moment you're especially proud of in the finished videos? For these Germany videos, I'm just happy that they turned out at all because we weren't necessarily thinking about making a YouTube channel when we did this. I'm always like, I'm going to film some stuff and maybe one day I'll put together some movies in iMovie so that we can watch them. But
we weren't.
I wasn't thinking about I'm gonna make a YouTube. So that's why so many of these videos are kind of like slideshow format, because I have a lot of photos and not much video. And then when I went back and looked at and I watched like the Bavaria playlist, I was just really, really happy with the way they turned out.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to edit videos at all when I started this adventure at the beginning of the Yellowstone series. So it's been a journey learning how to use iMovie. I was just telling my brother this last night. Learning how to use iMovie, which is just really a basic software. It does a lot for you.
Hi, Michael.
And then
You're watching.
Yeah, and then upgrading to Final Cut Pro in the last 4 or 5 videos, and just getting like some techniques around how to handle like vertical format footage that we've got and not look crappy. Adding the music in the background and lowering the volume of the music every time I do the voiceover, writing the voiceover, recording the voiceover, every aspect of it. Every video I feel a little bit more proud of the way it turns out, just because it's a slow and iterative process.
Yeah, and all of this, as you have heard, is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the fruits.
I think this is going to be the final question, because it's been a half hour and I just wanted to do a 30-minute stream. Would we come back to Bavaria, and if so, how differently would we do it?
Yeah. Before we answer that, if there's anyone else in the chat that has anything they want to ask us, right?
Oh yeah.
They can type it into the chat and we can answer that after the next question. Yeah, let us do that and we'll answer it live for you. But let's take our time with this next question and then we'll close out. So what is it again? Let's read it one more time.
Oh, so the question was, would we go back to Bavaria? And if so, how differently would we do it? I mean, I would definitely go back to Bavaria. The thing is, I talk about this a lot. There's so many places to go and things to see in the world. I don't know where my thing went. Oh no.
OBS.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
The window was hiding. There's so many places to go and things to see that it's hard to plan. For me, anyway. I always go to a place and while I'm there, I'm like, we're definitely coming back here. And then I really like the novelty of seeing new places.
There's so many places.
But with that said,
it's a world.
You know, if there's an opportunity to go back to Bavaria, I would take it in a minute. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't think I had a bad time there even for a second. Like the entire time was enjoyable. Even at work when I was struggling to stay awake with with jet lag and even coffee wasn't working, I would still rather be there feeling that than at home. That's just how I am about travel, which is why I've launched a YouTube channel about our travels, because I really, really enjoy traveling for the novelty. What about you? Would you go back to Bavaria? And if you would, what would you do different?
Yeah, I would go back to Bavaria. I think that I would really try to strengthen my German. We knew some words, but I actually really like the German language. I know, that's not a common thing, but I like the way that it sounds, and I actually found it fairly easy to pick it up. It's harder, of course, when you're hearing people talk quickly, but I can understand some words. So I would put aside more time to learn the language.
Yeah.
And, properly learn the language so I can speak more to people. And, I would make that a priority.
It's got similarities to English enough
really
that makes it fairly, for me anyway, easy to learn. I think the challenge for me is that I learned Spanish in high school, so a lot of that pronunciation is drilled into my head. Yeah. And then any foreign language now, I try to pronounce things as though they were Spanish, and German is not like Spanish. There's a lot of different pronunciation.
Yeah.
I also grew up in a town called Germantown, and I have some German ancestry, and I've just always been around German words, so a lot of that pronunciation was After I would think about it, it would make some sense. But that said, like there's some words like we went to that lake called Vikensee. It's spelled looks like Walken Sea if it was English. And I remember telling a friend we stopped there, and he was like, "I don't know what you're saying." And then he said, "Oh, Vikensee, Vikensee." Now that I know it's pronounced that way, it makes sense. And other words that are spelled similarly are probably pronounced, with a similar thing. The other one was the art store we went to, and even in the video I think I said Boisner. I think that's supposed to be pronounced Bursner.
Yeah, stuff
Anyway.
like that.
So learning German better would definitely
Yeah,
be an advantage
and understanding
for both
the
of us.
grammar
Yeah.
and pronunciation, how things are supposed to be.
Before we left, I asked a friend of mine who had been to Munich, will we have any trouble with, will people be speaking English? She said, oh yeah, everybody there speaks English. That may be true, but not everybody wants to speak English with people who don't speak German. So I had spent like maybe 4 months before we went on Duolingo, which is not necessarily the best way to pick up a language, but it did teach me a lot of the vocabulary. And since I feel like a lot of the grammar is pretty similar to English, it wasn't too difficult to be able to, ask things like, do you have a hotel room, or menu items I could ask about, and then how to get the check. Now I don't remember any of these things, but
Yeah. I think for me also, I would really enjoy going to northern Germany. We were in Bavaria, and I would like to go into the north and be around Berlin. There were some other art stores I wanted to go to that were up there. So yeah, I love going to art stores. I want to go to more museums and see the fine art in Germany. That would be really awesome. Yeah, just experience more of the urban city life
it would be fun to ride the train through Germany. I mean, Germany's kind of a big country, and there's a lot to see. And just seeing little corner of Bavaria was
right.
Yeah.
Bavaria was charming, and I love Bavaria forever. Would also really like to go to like a German, what is it called? What is the Winterfest we go to? The Oktoberfest.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Oktoberfest. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say. It'll come to me. But yeah, in the north. Oh yeah, there is like a electronic music festival that is in Germany. That's called, begins with an M or something. It's like a big festival. It's an international festival.
All right.
Kind of like Knob.
I've probably heard of
Fest.
it. I just
Yeah,
don't know.
but it's mostly focused on performance, on independent producers. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Is it Moogfest?
It's not
No,
Moogfest.
okay,
No,
never mind.
why would it be Moogfest? It's not Moogfest. It's a festival that is focused around performance, independent performers. So, yeah, not Moogfest, but electronic festival, performance festival. Yeah, and I think it's in the Berlin area. That would be really awesome to attend and to participate in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I make electronic music.
So, yeah, if you want to invite us back to Germany, we'll be there. Well, anyway, that's it for today. We are in San Diego right now, and we've got a couple days left, so we're going to go out and enjoy
Sunlight.
this nice weather because it's February, and Chicago is not like this.
No.
Yeah, so
Right.
after this, we'll go back and enjoy Chicago's winter weather. Maybe get some skis or something.
Yeah. But
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
We're gonna get Starbucks.
Yeah, we're going
Right.
to go get some coffee.